Hello everyone, in this video we will discuss about break, continue and enumerate function for your for loops. So far we have discussed basic for loop. For that I'll write for, which is a keyword, then I will write any user defined variable, then in operator and any iterable, or I can write a range function also. So I'm taking range of 10 and I'm printing the value. So this is what we discussed in a last video. Let's say there is a list which contains 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and 60. Okay. I want to search if the 40 is present in this list or not. Okay. So I'm saying key is equals to 40. So this is the element I am looking for in this list. Okay. I want to implement the basic linear search algorithm. Now linear search algorithm says compare the key with every element. If element is present, let's say element is present, and then stop the iteration there only. Okay. So I need to check if 10 is equal to 40 or not. If not, continue. Check 20 is equal to 40 or not. Okay, no, continue. 30 equal to 40, no, continue. 40 equal to 40, yes, then I have to stop there. I don't want to check 50 and 60. Okay. How I can do that? And that I can do using this break statement. So let's say I'm saying for value in L. Okay. I need to check every element. So I'm saying if value equals key. I'm comparing the value which I will get from for loop with the key which I have defined. If value is equal to key, I will say print element found. Okay, and I want to stop here. Okay, for that I can use break statement. Now what break will do, it will terminate your for loop and it will start executing all the statements which you have written outside of for loop. Okay. Otherwise, I am saying just continue to the next iteration. If you want to specify that your program should continue to the next iteration, you can use this continue statement. Okay. Alright, let's execute this. So it's saying element found. Looks like program is working. Okay. But how about this condition? Now I'm saying key is equals to 400. Okay. It's just showing finished. It's not showing any message that element not found or element does not exist. Okay. So how I can write that? Okay. So for this, Python provides an optional else block for your for loop. Okay. Keep in mind, this is your else block for a for loop. This is not an else block for a if else statement. Okay. So I'm saying else at the same indentation level of a for loop. Here I'm saying print element not found. Okay, let's execute this. Okay, so now it's showing element not found. Let's try for the element which exists, 40. Okay, now it's showing element found, 20. Element found. Okay, so how else block works? If your loop completes without execution of break statement, I'm repeating, if your loop completes without execution of break statement, it will jump to the execution of else block. Okay, so whenever I specify key is equals to 200 and which does not exist in the list, it will compare with 10 not equal, then jump to the next iteration, check 20, jump to the next iteration, jump to the next iteration. Okay, 50 is also not equal to 200, jump to the next iteration, 60, this is not equal. Now this is the end of list. Okay, So in this case, your for loop is getting executed completely, but it's not going into this particular if block and it's not executing this break statement. Okay. In such cases, it will go to the else block. Okay. But if I specify a condition, let's say element is 30. Okay. Now it will compare with 10. Now this is not equal, so continue. 20 equal to 30, no, continue. Now 30 equal to 30, yes. So in that case, it will go to this particular if block and it will execute print element found and it will then execute break statement. Okay. As in this case, your break statement is getting executed, it will not go to the optional else block. Okay. In this case, it will start your execution from the next line. So here I am saying statement after the for loop. Okay. So if I execute it now, it will only show element found and then it will print the statement, that is statement after the for loop. If I specify 300, in this case it will not print me the element found, it will just print me element not found and it will execute the statement after for loop. Okay. So this is how the optional else block works for your for loop. Okay. In this case, we are just printing if element exists or not. How about if I want to print what is the index of the particular key? Okay. At what position element exists? Now defaultly, whenever you are writing your for loop, you are actually working with values only. You do not have access to the indexes. Okay. For that, we have a function that is enumerate. Okay. So what this enumerate will provide, it will give me two values, that is index and the value. I have commented entire code. Now let's focus on the output of enumerate function. Okay. So I'm saying for index comma value. Now I'm specifying two variables here, enumerate and L. Okay. And I'm printing index and the value. If we execute this, we can see it's printing 0, that is the index, and the 10, that is value. So now it will give me index of an element in this particular list. If you go up, so at 0th index 10 will be present, index of 20 will be 1, for 30 it will be 2, for 40 it will be 3, and likewise. Okay. So enumerate function will provide you index and the value. So in example, here in linear search, I can use same index value. So now I'm just saying if value equals key, then print element found, let's say at index, and after this print the index. Okay. Now execute this. Okay, so we are currently executing for element which does not exist. Let's try for 30. If I execute this, now it will say element found at index 2. Okay. So whenever you need index and the value, you can go with your enumerate function. So far we have discussed break statement, continue statement and enumerate function. Okay. One more important point about continue statement. If I write any piece of code after continue statement, now this is an unreachable part of code. Whenever Python sees the continue statement, it will directly jump to the next iteration and your program will never execute this particular statement. Okay. So even if I execute now for both conditions, that is element found and element not found, we will not see this statement after continue in the output. Okay. So always keep in mind, if you are writing anything after continue statement, it is unreachable part of your code. Next statement is pass. So here I am writing pass instead of continue. Okay, let's execute this. Now you can say it's showing print statement after continue statement also each time. Okay, so how it is working now? It will compare 10 with 300. Okay, that is not equal. Then go to the else block, and in else block now we have this pass statement. Okay, and there is one statement after this. Okay, so meaning of pass is actually do nothing. The use of pass is if you have a particular block of code, and for that block of code the functionality is not yet defined. Okay, I cannot leave this particular block empty. If I keep something like this and if I try to execute this, it will throw me an error. So instead of that, I can write pass statement, and now it will not give me any kind of error. Okay, but if I write any statement after pass, it will execute that statement also. Okay, so generally whenever you are using pass, you will not write any statement in that particular block of code. So this pass statement you can use with your if statement, your loops, your functions, your classes, if the functionality is not defined. So far we have discussed normal for loop syntax. Syntax is for, then variable name, then operator, and then any iterable data type. Okay, keep in mind you have to put one indentation. Then we have discussed there is an optional else block for your for loop also. Then we discussed about break statement, continue statement, then pass and enumerate. Okay, so that's all for today. In next video we will discuss about while loop in Python. Stay tuned.